In this video, we are going to see the second numerical on continuous beam, that is second part, in unit number 2, movement and distribution method for the subject structural analysis 2. So this was the statement of the numerical: analyze the two span continuous beam shown in the below figure by movement distribution method. Draw bending moment and shear force diagram. This was the continuous beam ABC loaded as shown in the figure. Now in the last video, already we have found out the friction moment in different members of a continuous beam. So moment in member AB, it is plus 33.33. Moment in member BA, it is minus 33.33. Moment in member BC, it is plus 5.63. Moment in member CB, it is minus 16.88 kilonewton meter. Next step, we have find out the distribution factor of a different members at a joint B. So distribution factor in member BA, it is 0.416. Distribution factor in member BC is 0.584. Addition of these two is equal to 1. Okay. In moment distribution table, we have find out the final moment in different members for a continuous beam ABC. The moment in member AB we are calculating is 37.336. Moment in member BA, it is minus 25.32. Moment in member BC, it is plus 25.32, and moment in member CB, it was 0. Okay, so these moments will be required to draw the bending moment diagram as well as to find out the end reaction. Now the next step is to find out the superimposed bending moment diagram. Okay, now already we have found out the final movement in different members of a continuous beam ABC. Okay, now first we'll draw the bending moment. Okay, so that is the fixed bending moment. Okay, so first we have to draw the horizontal line. This horizontal line we have to draw first. Okay, now at point A, the value of bending moment is 37.336. So here you have to show one vertical line and show the value 37.33. Now if you observe here at joint B, there are two values, one is minus, another is plus, but the numerical values are same. Though it is minus or plus, here you have to show it above this horizontal line, and this value is 25.32. And moment in portion CB, it is 0. Okay, so then we have to join this by a straight line. Okay, like this straight line we have to join it. So this is the fixed bending moment. Okay, now then we have to find out the free bending moment diagram. Now the free bending moment diagram is due to the given load. Now in portion AB, it is loaded by a uniformly distributed load of 16 kilonewton meter. So the formula is WL square upon 8. So put the value of W here is 16. The value of length is 5. Okay. By putting the values in this formula, we get the free bending moment as 50 kilonewton meter. Okay, 50 kilonewton meter. Okay, as the load is uniformly distributed load, so here you have to join it by a circular curve. Okay, now in portion BC, it is loaded by a point load, and that point load is not at the center. So here W AB upon L. Okay, so value of W is 30, value of A is 3, and value of B is 1. So if we put here the values here, we get the free bending moment diagram due to this point load is 22.5. Then join it by a straight line as the load is point. Now here we have first draw the fixed bending moment diagram, and then we have superimposed the free bending moment diagram on the fixed bending moment diagram. So this diagram is called as superimposed bending moment diagram. Okay. Now next step is to draw the shear force diagram. Now to draw the shear force diagram, we have to first find out the support reaction. First find out the support reaction. Now there will be a support reaction due to the given loading and support reaction due to the unbalanced moment. Okay, addition of this we will get the support reaction. Now in portion AB, it is loaded by a uniformly distributed load of 16 kilonewton meter. So the end direction will be WL upon 2. Okay. So here value of W is 16, length of the member is 5. Okay. So we'll get the value of end direction as 40 and both are acting upward. Now in portion BC, it is loaded by a 30 kilonewton load. It is not acting at the center. It is acting away from the center. So reaction at B will be W B upon L. Now here value of W is 30, value of B is 1 and the length of the member is 4. So we get the end reaction at B as 7.5 acting up. So reaction at C due to the point load 30 kilonewton will be WA upon L. Okay. So here value of W is what? 30. A is equal to 3 and length of the member is 4. So we'll get the reaction at C as 22.5. Okay. Now already we have found out the moment in member AB as well as B. So moment in member AB, it is plus 37.33. So as it is plus 37, that means that moment is acting in anti-clockwise direction. Now here moment in member BA, it is minus 25.32. That means it is acting in clockwise direction. Now here there will be an unbalanced moment now. The sign of unbalanced movement will be anti-clockwise direction, because here if you compare these two moments, here 37.33 is more and it is acting in anti-clockwise direction. So here the unbalanced movement will have the sign of anti-clockwise direction. That means this unbalanced movement will rotate the structure in anti-clockwise direction. So here we have to show the support reaction acting in clockwise direction. Okay, so that the structure will be balanced. Okay, so that means at B you have to show the reaction acting downward and at A we have to show it acting upward. That means this structure will rotate in clockwise direction and it will be in equilibrium. Now here we have to find out the reaction due to this unbalanced moment. Okay, so it will be this moment is acting in anti-clockwise direction, so plus 37.33, and it is acting in clockwise, so minus, so 37.33 minus 25.32 divided by the length, that is 5. So we get the end reaction as 2.4. Okay, so here we know you have to act it upward and here you have to show it downward. Okay, now in portion BC there is only one moment of 25.32 and it is acting in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so here this will be the unbalanced movement and it will rotate the structure in anti-clockwise direction. So to balance this, we have to show the end reaction acting in clockwise direction. That means at support C the reaction should be downward and at support B it should be upward. Okay, so this unbalanced movement will rotate the structure in anti-clockwise direction and this end reaction will rotate the structure in clockwise direction, so it will be in balance. So at support C it will be acting downward and at support B it will acting upward. Or if you are not getting where the unbalanced movement is acting, there you show the reaction upward and at the far end you show the reaction downward. Okay, now this unbalanced reaction, the reaction due to unbalanced movement will be 25.32 divided by the length, that is 4. So we get the value 6.33. Okay, so both the value will be same, but it will act in equal and opposite direction. Now here we have to find out the reaction at the support. Now at support A, reaction due to given load is 40, it is acting upward, and reaction due to unbalanced movement is 2.4, it is acting upward. So both are acting upward, so both will be the plus. So 40 plus 2.4, so we get the reaction at A is 42.4. Now reaction at B. Now due to the given load the value is 40, okay, and due to the unbalanced movement it is downward, so minus 2.4. So 40 minus 2.4, the value is 37.6. Now reaction at B. So due to the given load it is 7.5 acting upward, and reaction due to unbalanced movement is 6.33, it is also acting upward. So 7.5 plus 6.33, So the value is 13.83. Now at support C, reaction due to the given load is 22.5 and reaction due to the unbalanced movement is minus 6.33 as it is acting downward. So the reaction at C will be 22.5 minus 6.33. So the value is 16.17 kilonewton. Okay. So reaction at B will be nothing but addition of 37.6 plus 13.83. So that value is 51.427. So all the reactions are acting upward. Now next step, you have to draw the shear force diagram. All the reactions are acting upward. Now first you have to draw the horizontal line ABC. Now at point A, the reaction is 42.4, it is upward. So here we show the value 42.4. Now in portion AB, it is loaded by a uniformly distributed load. So plus 42.4 minus 16 into 5. So we get the value as 37.6, that is minus. So minus below the line. So reaction at B is 51.427. Okay. So minus 37.6 plus 51.427, we get the value as 13.83. Okay. So in this portion there is no load. So join it by a horizontal line. So here there is a point load of 30 kilonewton acting downward. So 13.83 minus 30. So we get the value 16.70. Now here also there is no load. So join by a horizontal line. The reaction at C is 16.17 acting upward. Okay. So minus 16.17 plus 16.17. So here value is 0. Okay. So this is the shear force diagram for the given beam ABC. Thank you for watching this video.